Well, we're gonna get right into it, man, because brother, I've had a day. I've had a day, a day. Thank you all for being here, joining, being involved, and being active.
On his YouTube channel. Well, welcome back.
Welcome back to the Mickey Fiki Show. This summer is going to be crazy. This shortage is really showing its ass, and it is starting early. There is a man. There's a clear line drawn between, as you can see, I'm in the garage and I had the door open. There's a clear line drawn between doing AC work and doing kitchen work when it comes to the summertime. And that has already started. It has started very early this year. It's been hot and humid already. And in the city that I'm in, World Cup. So Houston is coming to the World Cup is coming to Houston. And everybody is working double and triple time to get stuff ready for this. And like Nightbot says, as you come in, hit the like button, like, share, subscribe. YouTube has made a lot of changes. So if you're not noticing notifications and things like that, that's because YouTube has the notification. They got the notification setting where you actually got to go into your system and mark it for all if you want to know when your favorite YouTube personality is on, especially using your phone. So they're playing a lot of games with the algorithm right now. People are very frustrated. Some people are like sitting this one out for a hot minute. It's a hot mess. It is a real hot mess. But for us, with what we do, bruh, this is gonna be a busy season. This is gonna be a real busy season. I have already started to get calls from far and wide. Just to let you guys know, because people always ask me, they say, "Hey, Mike, what do you think it's going to look like? What you think, everything is going to be?" And it's like, yeah, I'm already getting calls. Pizza shops, pizza shops, nightclubs, churches, and I'm not talking about the chicken. The calls are coming in hot and heavy on hot side equipment. Everybody and their mama is out working on air conditioning. People are just now, here in the South, people were just now turning on the AC, the last 2 weeks. And I'm telling you, I'm seeing guys on roofs, on commercial buildings. I'm seeing all kind of maintenance guys outside working on systems. This is also the start of a lot of the walk-in parts are supposed to be phasing out and things like that. So it's a lot of A2L stuff going on. Everybody's talking about it. But it boils down to this: there are not enough technicians. There are not enough technicians out here. If you are worried about getting out there, dipping your toe into the water, bruh, the water is just fine. The water is just fine. If you want to work on hot side, work on hot side. You want to work on cold, there's more than enough work on the cold side. And L to the Congratulations to you, brother, on buying your first set of modular toolboxes. It is it's a big step. It's a big step. So no matter which brand you chose, I know which one you chose, but no matter which one you choose, hey, that's where that's kind of like what you're married to until you decide to add technicians and then you pass on that tool set to them and then you go ahead and go with something else that you got your eyes on. But yeah, brother, it's going down. So now that L to the is here, hey man, I'm gonna tell you guys. Well, first of all, I'm gonna hit you with this one. My name is Mike Reed. I'm a commercial appliance technician in the state of Texas, city of Houston. I'm from Chicago. Used to live in West Palm Beach, Florida, but now I'm here. And I'm gonna tell you that this Texas market is unlike any other. It doesn't matter if you're like where El to the is, you're in Austin, like brother Frank, and you're in Dallas. Even if you're in San Antonio, bro, this year is wild. Hedge fund money is is pouring in. Hedge fund money is pouring in, not just into what we're doing, but hedge fund money is pouring in to franchises. Um, the principles of economics and of business have not changed. Okay, it is there are always in capitalism there are always winners and losers, and we are currently seeing that right now. These large chains, they are seeing a decline. They are retreating. They're circling the wagons, if you will. And what's taking its place are a lot of upstarts. The thing that's different this time that we have not experienced before is all of these different food concepts from around the world. We got um, drink concepts from Asia. We have chicken chains coming from South Africa. Um, bro, we have yeah, Korean barbecue. Just I mean, just anything you think. Oh, Jamaican. Um, for like the 15th damn time, they're trying to uh, bolster. They're trying to push up island flavor. They're trying to hold it up as this is the next big thing. And they've said this so many times, but we're in another cycle of island flavors, shit like that. Yeah. And so Max Tax is right. So the smell of money is in the air. What's happening is instead of people opening up their own restaurants, what's happening is these franchises are getting just shoveled in front of people. They're fishing with this rod of franchise, and they're doing it primarily in the food sector. A couple of decades ago, it was like open up a Jana Serve or some kind of lawn care business, but they're not really doing that this time around. This time around, they are focusing on everything: cookie business, cookie, pizza, coffee. Oh, they are hyping up Walmart again. So now an outfit has decided to take advantage of the exit of McDonald's. And what this outfit is doing is they are pushing. What the hell are they pushing? Hold on one second. I have the picture. They're pushing. Shit. I want to say if it's like pizza. Let me give you a little bit of background. Let me give you a little story. Um, Let me give you a little bit of the story. It is McDonald's used to be in every single Walmart. Now McDonald's is pulling out. In its place, they're putting in sandwich shops. So Subway was trying to fill that void. Subway failed miserably. Domino's is trying to fill that void. They're barely hanging in there. Charlie Cheesesteak is trying to make a go of it. Slow going with Charlie Cheesesteak. So now there's some other outfit that is scouring the internet looking for fresh victims who want to go ahead and open up a franchise, and they're saying, "Oh, you could do it in Walmart." Oh, you got to be kidding me! I could have swore I took a screenshot of this damn thing. Oh well, sorry about that. I thought I had it, but I got brand new. Like here's another pear spaghetti. I told you guys about pear spaghetti. So what you're looking at is they have a we're hiring sign in the front, and here's the all their permits for construction. That's all their permits for construction. Remember I told you about pear spaghetti. Pear spaghetti have planned baguette, the bread. Pear spaghetti has plans of, I'm gonna throw it out there. I think it's about 500 locations nationwide. And I've talked to you guys about this before. Hold on one second. Let me see what we got here. So pear spaghetti is I believe it's Korean. Yes, I believe it's Korean. It's a Korean pastry chain. Think of Panera Bread, but just the Korean version of Panera Bread. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That is exactly what it is. It is, instead of being Spanish based bakery modeled after a Spanish bakery, it is modeled from the Koreans. So yeah, they've already, this is what they've got going on in, oh yeah, let me make this big for you guys. Everybody's messing with their settings. Hold on a second. So yo, this is Dallas. So they've only have this small look at how many sections of Dallas are wide open. So Dallas has plenty of room to grow. And let me see if they got Chicago. There is a very large population. Yeah, on the north side of Chicago, we have a Koreatown by Wrigley Field. So, they didn't even bother with the damn Koreans. They just went straight for the gusto. All right, so they're just all over downtown, what's called the Loop. Okay. So Chicago has a lot more room to run. A lot more room. So that's only 5 in the Loop. And then yes, in Evanston, Niles. Yeah. Evanston, Niles. What technically is that, Glenview, or is this? We'll just go with that being Glenview. Chicago's very big. Okay, so this is Summer. Chances are this is probably O'Hare Airport that there's. Is this O'Hare? No, it is not. But it is on Gulf Road. So is this a mall? Is this the building that used to be that Sony Entertainment's? Okay, so that's coming soon. It's not even here yet. Meacham Road, Schaumburg, Hoffman Estates. Yeah, so Chicago. Okay, and so this is where I grew up over this way. Maywood, Bellwood, Elmhurst, Lombard, Oak Brook is over this way. This should be Roosevelt Road right here. Yep, East Roosevelt Road. A lot of Asians over there. Um, and then you got a ton of Asians in Naperville. So, yo, yeah, Paris Baguette is, Urbana, University of Illinois down there, Indianapolis. In the short little bit of time that I've even told you guys about Paris Baguette, they are stretching out their tentacles. They're all over. Yeah, yeah, I know, brother Frank. It is plenty of room. Plenty of room. No, Max Tax, you aren't late. I am actually late. I was making dinner. My wife came home early. I made dinner and all that other stuff. And my daughter's got a performance tomorrow and life, life stuff. So after I took care of all of that, now I'm hanging out with y'all for a little bit. You've been thinking about going back to Dallas, but you know what, Max Tax? I have never been a fan of Dallas. I can't stand that place. I can't, bruh. I get in and I get out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I leave the 40 on the dresser. I'm in and out that joint. I don't want to stick around. I don't want to. I don't want to call. I don't want to talk to it. Nothing. Nothing. Just. I'm just gonna put the money on the dresser. I'll see you when I see you. That's how I feel about Dallas. That's how I feel about Dallas. And look at Detroit. I've never known Detroit to have like a large population of Koreans, but whatever. It is what it is. It is. If you didn't know that this chain was a Korean chain, it would actually shock you to find out that this is a Korean chain. So something's not right. They got to be in New Orleans because Asians love New Orleans. Let's see what they got. Let's see what they got. Let's see what they got. Probably have I wonder if I got a family reunion coming up this year. Last year was in New Orleans. Okay, look at Atlanta. So yeah, this is another situation where they're pushing this. This is a franchise, and I told you guys about this. I gave you my Negro Damas. Bruh, like I said, if you're in Atlanta, Peachtree Street Northeast. I don't know why they don't. If you know the history of these damn Peachtree streets, you would have think that they would have renamed it by now. Sort of like how they renamed the bedrooms and shit. But whatever. So brother Frank says you're a country boy and you hate Dallas traffic. Yo, you know what? Everybody complains about Dallas traffic. I've sat in Dallas traffic. I mean, I can see that you guys don't like it. Dallas traffic is nothing compared to Chicago traffic, New York traffic, LA traffic. And I'll even throw in, that Florida I-95 from Miami up to I'll even say from Miami up to Jupiter traffic. That was kind of rough. But the Dallas traffic is quaint. It's adorable. It's adorable. The Dallas traffic. I get it. 15-minute slowdowns, y'all pulling out your hair, and yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. What else we got here? El Tuda says there's one about a mile from. Oh, nice. I like Paris Baguette. I like Paris Baguette. Be honest with you. I stopped by. It's decent. Let me see if I can pull up some of the Instagram stuff that I got going on. Okay, good. You're gonna have to excuse some of the images that you might see. Yeah, I know. The great battle of traffic between the two. I get you. Hold on, let me stop that screen. And so, for some of you that have wives, you might want to turn the screen away. Let me see. Oh, this is the right profile. Okay. Okay. All right, let me see here. Saved. I don't know why. I don't know why Instagram tries to try to link up personal people with your business page. That is the goofiest shit. Oh, hey man, this dude has been saying some real funny shit. I'm gonna hit you with one of his. Let me see here. Where's my damn sound? Oh, there it is.
Lie to you about something that you're not supposed to know as a test. These bitches lie to their dogs about when they're gonna come home. You think she's gonna tell you her fucking body count? Get real. The only reason this bitch got through college is because she killed her grandma like 5 fucking times. This bitch calls herself an entrepreneur because she drop shipped bootleg Thrasher hoodies off of AliExpress.
The industry's completely fucked. Yeah. It's completely fucked. Restaurants in general don't work anymore. Pubs don't work anymore. Cafes don't work anymore. Hotels don't work anymore. And when I say they don't work, people are still coming. It's not about being quiet or being busy. Cost of living has made less people come out. But even if people do come out, it's just too expensive to run a business now. Everything has risen around you, from business rates to NIC, all the things that you've heard of every other operator. I think I saw Jason Atherton saying that businesses used to make 15, 20% or something. Recently, over the last 10 years, I know a lot of people that are happy to make nothing, so just to break even. I saw an interview with Tom Kerridge a few months ago.
To survive just for the next day.
Damn! Gas is $9.
That's the time. The gas is over there.
When you get restaurant owners that are bitching about prices and stuff like that, just know that is the real reason why they're bitching, is because they are not making, they're breaking even.
I'm 50. And I ended a 27-year marriage.
Good for you.
And honestly, we should have ended that shit like 10 years ago.
My hero.
If you think
you can die in a restaurant if no one's cleaning the grease, but it's my job to fix it. I have a client and they need their whole kitchen exhaust system clean. It's a little caked up, but it's nothing we can't handle. You know what I'm saying? So I'm taking down all the filters.
Once again, it is same, but different. This is a business that everybody takes a piece of these locations. Their revenue goes to us for fixing the equipment, for cleaning the restaurant, cleaning the hoods, fire suppression, all of that. I mean, you could double dip. You can go ahead and get involved with some of this too. You just need the license for the grease disposal.
I'm putting plastic everywhere. I'm turning off all the gas lines and I'm turning the power off on the fans and the hoods. So we make sure we're cleaning everything safely. You feel me? So I want to let y'all know something. This is not the only kitchen going through this problem. Every single kitchen in the world has to deal with this. When people are cooking, that smoke has to go somewhere. It goes inside the hoods.
I mean, realistically, if you wanted to go ahead and take all of these things and sign a customer up with a facilities management agreement, facilities management contract, sort of like the Record Industries 360 deals. You just do everything. And it's like, hey, look, because a lot of you guys do the AC, that way they're tied in with you with the AC. Sorry about that. That way they're tied in with you with the AC. You can go ahead and do these, do the hoods. There's that ball door motor for the blower. Oh, damn, look like he got some shit in his eye.
that L and come back another day, y'all. So I just wasted my cost of goods and I have to pay my worker again. It is what it is. That's the cost of doing business.
Yeah, that happens. So what else I got? Oh, I love these. I love these.
Was awarded over $10 million for dealing with a mentally ill woman.
He's talking about Johnny Depp.
And I'm over here doing it for free.
Mike?
And the three most dangerous niggas I know for sure to never fuck with is a truck driver, a teacher, and a nigga that don't celebrate holidays.
That's just
all the guys out there who left their wives and because they were looking for peace, and the wife appeared.
That's not why guys leave their wives. Most guys leave their wives because of lack of intimacy and affection. It's that simple.
To all the guys.
Toxic dudes aren't actually toxic. They're healthy. When a woman calls a dude toxic, that just means that she can't manipulate him. If a toxic dude is prioritizing himself and not putting up with a woman's bullshit, that's not toxic. That's healthy. If a woman calls you toxic, you should take it as a compliment. If a woman calls you a narcissist, you should ask her to spell narcissist. Let's spell narcissist. W-O-M-E-N. Narcissist. Toxic dudes aren't actually toxic.
He's funny.
What do you want for your birthday?
You know what the hell I
Down
want.
on your knees and tell me you love me.
You know,
I had a client who had 3 or 4 young, beautiful women who he was paying for things of theirs. And I said to him, like
that was the explicit arrangement, or he felt
like he met them on like a whatever dating site,
a seeking arrangement.
It was that kind of a site, but he was not sleeping with any of them. He wasn't doing anything with them. And I said to him, I'm like, you really weren't sleeping with any of these women. Like you were just like helping. And he said, I would tell you, Jim, it's attorney-client privilege. I can tell you, I was not sleeping with him. And I said, what was the appeal? And he said, I felt like their hero. He's like, they were so happy. He's like, I made them so. He goes, my wife is just never happy with me.
Oh God,
there is not a single small business out there that the owner has their shit together and the company runs smooth and is profitable. Not a single one. Some of them appear to be that way. The difference between those who don't and those who do is how well the owner can hide it. There is not a single small business out there that the owner has their shit together and the company runs smooth and is profitable. Not a single one. Some of them appear to be that way. The difference between those who don't and those who do is how well the owner can hide it.
Yeah.
There is not a single small business out there.
When you're around restaurant people, it's the best. Because anyone who ends up within the circumference of a restaurant or a food thing usually can't make it anywhere else in society. So you end up kind of like on this pirate ship.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. They are telling you themselves, hey, look, let me make myself a little bigger. We have our own like weird obsession. We're control freaks, ADHD and perfectionists and all that kind of shit. We love solving puzzles, fixing problems. I mean, you have to have those traits in order to survive doing this kind of work. But this is a very good example. Hey, look, they are telling you, look, we're fucked up. I try to, each and every last one of you, I try to explain to you when you call me and say, hey, Mike, why did he do like this? I try to explain it to them and I'm talking, look, man, you are sane and rational. You are a sane and rational human being. What this guy is telling you is that they are all misfits and fuck ups. And so you're trying to bring sanity and logic to people who are fuck ups. That's why I tell you guys so many times, you're spending a little too much time explaining to these people what you're doing. It's going over their head. It's going in one ear and right out the other. You tell them, you explain it to them, bruh. After the second or third damn time, just leave that shit alone. Be nice, be direct, but you just have to be confident because the rest of that shit, explaining what you're doing, Yeah, they want you to explain what you're doing, but they don't want to hear it. They want you to explain it, but they don't want to hear it. So just realize that you were talking to some real fucked up people, and they say they're like women. They say they want something, they really don't. They really don't want
with a
it.
bunch of other misfits, and you just relate right away. You know, and I'm talking about like dishwashers, prep cooks, waiters, servers, hostesses, you know, from a very young age. You know, like you're just surrounded by adults, but the adults are kind of like children too. They're just fucking around.
Yes. They're adults. They're adults, but they're like children. You tell them, hey, look, you need to defrost this. I'll be back. What do they do? I'll be back tomorrow. What do you do? You come back and the damn thing ain't defrosted, or you come back and they left the damn unit closed. They didn't have the doors open, or they thought they switched it off. They didn't unplug it. Look, man, you guys are expecting way too much out of the damn kitchen staff. You guys are expecting way too much out of the local managers. I mean, I was actually going to go so far as to say the owners are better, but they're not. You have the occasional owner that's intelligent. The rest are purely there because they're looking after the family's money. The family has invested into the restaurant or, you know, restaurants, and they know that family isn't going to steal, or if they do steal, it's still going to the family. So it's all in support of the greater goal. But they're not very good people. They're not very smart people. They're not very intelligent people. Do not develop this inferiority complex where you're like, oh, the owner and no. They don't know shit. They don't want to know shit. And they just, restaurants have an extremely high failure rate. You guys know that, right? Very high failure rate. That's not the mark of geniuses, okay? That they would have a restaurant that goes under in less than 5 years. So just keep in mind that you are the professional. You know best. Stick to your guns. Don't let these people talk you out of it. Don't let them whine and complain too much about this or that, or suggest some weirdo idea that you think is kind of odd. You think it's kind of odd because it is odd. And chances are when the health department or someone else comes in, they're going to say, no, this shit isn't supposed to be like this. So don't fall for it. Stick to your guns. Go to training classes. Get educated on the craft. And make your money, bro. And make your money. I know it sounds good to go above and beyond. It sounds really great.
Around all day, man, you know,
But in
prepping,
reality,
listening to
it's not.
music, you know, flirting with each other. Your parents are working all day too, so you don't have a normal structure. You're kind of like a latchkey kid. Told my parents, like, yo, I'm going to go get some coffee, or I'm going to go run to the store. They would just be chopping and be like, yeah.
Go and do whatever you want. I have
Yep.
a restaurant. And in my restaurant, I let my staff steal a little. Because if I let them steal none, they quit. And if I let them steal too much, I don't make any money. So I make sure that I allow them to steal enough so that they feel happy to go to work and they think they're winning. But I am also on it enough to stop them stealing so much I don't make profit. Like you have
You
to
hear
give
a lot of
little. If you're too strict, it gets worse.
Hey, y'all thought Dirty was done? This man has multiple businesses, including Dirty Ice. Houston is finished.
Oh, God.
I'm just so excited. I just collected $10,000 from my business.
I love this.
Hello.
Yeah, this is your supplier calling about the $15,000 past due balance you owe.
Okay, yeah, I'll make that payment. What I was saying, though, Well, now I'm negative $5,000.
There's nothing worse than being an entrepreneur. Nothing. You get up, you get hit in the face, things go bad, clients cancel, employees go rogue, and it's awesome. There's nothing better. It's why the book is Shoveling Shit, a love story. It's our love story to each other, but also to entrepreneurs. And the best entrepreneurs just love to suffer. They realize in order to get to where they want to go, it's just going to be...
It's going to be $1,000 for today.
This is
Hi, handsome. It's going to be $2,000 for today.
That's married life.
No. Only $1,000 for today.
No.
No. You run your business and I'll run mine.
What's the difference between DeWalt and Milwaukee?
Oh, yeah. DeWalt is usually used by carpenters and Milwaukee is used by electricians. DeWalt's kind of like the pickup truck of tools and Milwaukee is like the sports cart of tools.
What's Ryobi then?
Oh, Ryobi's for poor people.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Yo, I have been chasing invoices the last couple of weeks. And yeah, that's all you can think about. And this is you. This is you guys. Yo, what's up? This is you guys. Scaling.
That's my
or
job.
selling the truck.
To teach
That's
my
it.
daughters there are no great guys. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, there's a lot of guys applauding that. You know, there's no great guys. If you
Just trust me, you'll be fine.
That's too much reading. Yo, I am so guilty of this. Yo, Appliance Dude 63, what is up? Hell yeah. Bruh, I got all these tools at the house, all this stuff. When none of your clients pay their invoices on time. Yeah.
I just love the
Well, that reminds me. All right, so that brings up a good point. Economic times like this, you don't want to extend all this credit to your clientele. One client being behind, okay. You start getting 2 or even 3 clients behind, and now it's a disaster. Now you're paying interest on credit cards that you shouldn't be paying. You're paying interest on accounts that you shouldn't be paying. So diversify, which leads me to another thing. I have been checking out stuff for you guys, and if you are at all interested in doing if you are at all interested in doing refrigeration work at your own pace, let me make myself bigger. If you're interested in doing refrigeration work on True, on Embera, I'm contacting IDW right now, but I have been Target. I've been at Target, picked up a number of True units there that needed work. I've done some Walmart, number of units that need work. Here in the South, we have a chain of liquor stores called Specs. I was actually at one that was huge. It was like a grocery store, and yeah, they actually had a number of True units, and there was one by the Galleria Mall, and it has they have an Embera. So Embera has given me the okay on taking care of block drains and whatnot, and True is doing the same. True doesn't care as long as it's under warranty. They said fine, they'll take care of it. Door closers, that goes for Dollar General, Dollar Tree, and Family Dollar. So those 3 locations I just mentioned, they have a mix of True Embera, and Onera at those 3 locations. And like I said, I'm currently in the talks with IDW. How many people have seen my prior videos, my pre-recorded videos about Onera Group? How many people have seen my pre-recorded videos about IDW? And for those of you that have seen IDW, I need to update some of that stuff. Embera has given, well, Embera, you're gonna need to contact them because they have different people to contact throughout the country. If you're in Virginia, you're gonna have a different rep than what I have. But just know, matter of fact, let me show you some of these pictures. I'm gonna have to do it old school way. Let me show you. I'm just gonna have to show you the freaking phone because I just don't have any time to do it any other way. I was working on Hadco, and Hadco actually owns the Cool Smart brand. I didn't even realize that was theirs. And you can forget about seeing them in what's the name? I haven't seen one of theirs in a Walmart in forever. Me and refrigeration. I really don't record the refrigeration work. It's not really much to see. Not really my thing. I also had a broken capillary tube on this one. It's a much better way to see it. I believe they dropped this unit. I believe they dropped it. That's my belief. And this capillary tube just completely snapped off. Let me see if I got some others. So what I'm looking at now is these are some of the other units. Did some startups here on CMA. I just inherited a banquet hall downtown Houston. But good thing is I'm selling them chemical, and I'm taking care of the ice machine, taking care of the dishwasher, and they're on board. They're on board with that. As I was doing the Hatco, as I was doing the Habco refrigeration unit, I was overhearing one of the sales guys do his thing, and they are like this one particular place. They are just selling tons of vending units, which are refrigerators made by Dukers. So make sure you sign up with Dukers. If you guys did want to get into some of the other refrigeration, like here's one, Royal Coolers. Here's some of the information. You can contact them. I haven't had a chance to look into it yet. Royal Coolers. As best we could figure out, because there's no sticker says where it was made. Our best guess, that was me and the sales guy, our best guess is that this is also made in China. In China. What the hell were these? Oh, yeah. Istro. Oh, I'll show you some of this real quick. This is an Istro serial number. That's where the model serial number is on the side. I had to replace the auger. This is their version of a DC 271. So this makes about 300 pounds of ice. Matter of fact, let me take that off and just do this. Updated spinner. If you're interested in Istro, let me know. I can tell you guys more about Istro. What was this? Oh, this is a guy had his stuff on there. Once again, it's more ventilation work. There's plenty of work in this industry, plenty of work in this business. So there, he was just that crane. This is the building that I'm in. So that's the crane that they use to put the units up on the roof for that. That restaurant was just put up 2 years ago, and they're already replacing some of the ventilation already. So, information to Family Dollar. I haven't called the number yet. I believe it's just their dispatch line, but knock yourself out. This is the RSG, which is Norlake. RSG is their built-in refrigeration line. Their merchandisers and whatnot. You can't make it out, but that's what those little oval items are down underneath the RSG. One says Norlake, the other says Masterbuilt. I meant to call them about getting this all squared away. I think I showed you guys this last stream. Yeah, I did show you guys some of this stuff last stream. So this is from this is what the interior of Embera looks like. Coca-Cola is their #1 client. Matter of fact, I don't think I've seen an Embera. I'm really struggling trying to remember when I've seen an Embera that wasn't. Oh, excuse me. It wasn't used by Coca-Cola. So this is a much smaller, what we call Specs liquor store here in Houston. See, so all that big bulge down there, that is ice. I didn't get a chance to get on over there to tell them to remove the ice, but I had to show proof. My wife was like, where you at? You probably messing with some bitch. And no, I'm actually in Walmart. So I had to show her I wasn't, that I was actually in a Walmart doing work. So there is work in Walmart. There is work in Target. You actually have to go out and you have to take a look at the location yourself. And this is why I was showing you guys the system that I use for cleaning drains, using the shop vac system I have. I use this for my PMs. I got a whole bunch of brushes and whatnot, so I can remove lint, spray condensers, spray evaporators with cleaner, and then use my shop vac system. I have the whole other setup that has brushes, and then I can remove all the muck and the grime and everything else. How some of that works: fitting over the existing drain line hose, fitting under, and you can also, like I said, this is the one that goes inside instead of over the old existing one. And this way you can go in and blow or draw out. We'll draw into your shop vac whatever's in that hose, but you can dislodge whatever's in there using either side of the shop vac. And if you do pop that plug, whatever's blocking that line, if you do blow it up in there, then of course you just drop the evaporator pan, and you go in there and pull that sucker, pull whatever, draw whatever's in there out. But the system I use, it attaches to whatever shop vac hose you have, whether it's a small hose or a large one, stuff like that. Just fun times. All right, fun times. So yeah, that is, just stuff like that. Just stuff like that. Just most of the work that I actually do with refrigeration has very little to do with the actual refrigeration. It has very little to do with the seal system. It's mainly electronic components, evaporator fans, condensers, drain pan heaters, even electrical shorts, let's see, dirty condensers, PMs, Doors, a lot of repairs on doors, door hinges, door gaskets. There's a lot more to taking care of refrigeration than the actual refrigeration circuit. Controls, I forgot about the damn controls. Controls. Lots and lots and lots of controls and sensors and whatnot. You hardly ever hear me talk about refrigeration. You hardly ever hear me talk about gas, because it is a relatively small portion of what I do. But yes, I have dryers, I have refrigerant, I have all type of dryers. But I service hot side, I service dishwashers, I service faucet sinks, I service ice machines. So it is, for all of you that have this apprehension, and you're so petrified that, oh, I'm gonna go on that unit and I'm gonna have to look, it is, yes, you're gonna run into refrigeration work, but it is not as much as you would think. It's actually not a good thing when you run into a unit that has a compressor problem, because it's not a shoe-in that they're gonna want to go ahead and have $1,000, $1,500 compressor changed out. You know what I'm saying? That's not always the case. Compressor is $1,000. Then you're charging for the refrigerant. $404 is now premium. I thought $410 was on the wane, but it apparently is not. I just did a startup on a Manitowoc and it was $410. Yeah. I don't have a single one of those Samsung compressors, by the way, still. All these years later, I still don't have one. Oh, God. So it is, customer looks at it like, okay, for them to pay you $2,000 to do a compressor on a unit, they get a brand new one for $3,000 or even $3,500. You know, unless it's like some kind of chef-based table, or, you know, some kind of special configuration, some kind of bar back or something, and it's you have a very difficult situation getting that unit in and out of the location, and chances are they're going to opt for a new one, because all the customer sees is that you change the compressor in July, you change an evaporator fan motor in October. In November, in January, you're back for a controller. It's got an E1 error now, and they see it as never ending. And sometimes they would rather just reset the board and start over with something fresh. Oh, let's not forget about the broken door. So you change the compressor, then you have to change an evaporator fan motor, then you end up having to change a controller, and then when you know it, the door breaks. And at any given time, you might need to change door gaskets. That is just the way it is. So sometimes the customer's like, forget this. Let me just start over fresh. Let me just start over fresh. At least I'll have a 3-year warranty. And Continental and True and Hoshizaki is doing this whole 777 thing. They're all fighting over these 7-year deals. Oh, let's not forget Turbo Air with their bullshit. Excuse me. All these guys are fighting over the 7-year warranty bullshit. So sometimes the customer is just looking forward to just getting a new one and not having to worry about that refrigeration unit anymore. So long story short, you go out on a unit and it's a compressor. The chances of you changing that compressor are 50-50 at best. And the prices of these damn compressors, man, they're just crazy. They're just crazy. Yeah, like Elta says, sometimes it's better they get a new one, instead of all these headaches. Oh man, and I didn't forget about you, Max Tax. You're talking about the traffic. It's okay, yeah. The traffic is a walk in the park compared to Atlanta. I forgot about Atlanta. But you know what? Atlanta and Houston are very similar because we both have this circular loop highway system. So only thing about Houston is we have 2 full circles, one around downtown, one cutting through the near suburbs, and then we have an almost completed outer circle that's like 75% complete, and that covers where I am on the far east. I can jump on this sucker. It's called 99. I can jump on it and ride around the far suburbs all the way back, all the way to Sugarland. I can ride around on it all the way to Sugarland. Or I could just cut straight through. So Houston has traffic, but I don't mind. I don't mind as much. But all right, I've done my rambling. Is there anything that you guys want to talk about? Because I've been on here just short of an hour. Just short.
I don't know how it's gonna work. I don't know how it's gonna go.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's gonna go. It could go either way. I don't know how it's gonna work. I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know how it's gonna go. It could go either way. I don't know how it's gonna work. I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know how it's gonna go. It could go either way.
When you got $2,000 in the bank, $5,000 due in payroll this week, 35 in accounts receivables. Oh man. Oh. Yo. Yes. Yeah. Yes. And I'm actually digging myself deeper into this very same scenario right now by actually going into the Targets, the Home Depots, the Walmarts. That just means more accounts receivables versus CODs. I'd really prefer to have the damn CODs because you can do a whole lot when you got CODs. Yo, this is sad right here. This is sad. Talking about, they said just start a business, and of course that's these women. That's the women. And what you're looking at on the screen is in just one day, $50. The next day, $50. And the day after that, I guess she's closed on Sunday, less than $50. You need more than $50 a day. You need more than $50 a day.
Facts. Marriage is overwhelmingly unsuccessful. It is way more dangerous than skydiving. Yes, you die from the skydiving.
How did this get in here?
But the chances of a catastrophic skydiving incident is like 0.0003, whereas the chances of divorce, again, 56% divorce rate. How many stay together who are unhappy and they just stay together because they don't give up half their stuff or for religious reasons or whatever? This is.
I love you. I do. I just, I wonder if the sad I'd be without you would be less than the sad I get from being with you.
Bars.
I love you. I do. I just,
one more time.
I wonder if the sad I'd be without you would be less than the sad I get from being with you.
If you've ever watched Succession, you've seen this. This is the most time. This is the longest amount of time we spent like looking at this. And when you heard this, you heard it. It stayed with you, but I never did go back for it. And somebody else decided to clip it. Somebody else decided to clip it. And when I saw that, I had to have it. I had to have it.
Feel the rain on your skin.
Yeah. So this, once again, you go from making damn near 10 grand a month, $120,000 a year, 10 grand a month, $120,000 a year, down to $90 a month because you're paying for everything, your business space, your business insurance, credit card processing, the electricity bill, gas, all that. Oh, here's the little girl. This is a little girl I'm trying to get on the show. She don't respond. So she's going to school here in Houston.
Y'all want another bucket of water? Okay. Get them towels in.
Start mine up. Like you can start them in.
Hey, how hard is it?
Oh, they're both burning. Okay, for a minute I thought the other one was with the school. So they're both students. But anyway,
what's up, people? Spend the day with y'all favorite.
I'm trying to get this one to come on the show.
Trying to get her life started. I look T, right? Yeah, I know.
If you know her,
I had this shit so bad, and I was running late to school. I was literally sitting on the edge of the seat, and to make matters more worse, I got instantly irritated. They was mad and just horsing around like we ain't
working on a walk-in. Now, unfortunately, they got her working on.
So, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm basically putting together a refrigerator. So, if you take a refrigerator apart, this is what you will see. Besides the light switch and stuff, this is just a model.
So she's
our electricians already put up our light switch for us and our plug. All we had to do was take the L1 and L2 and add it to a different power source so we can transfer
she's
the
got to go work on a newer system.
And the defrost timer. Then we had to put L1 neutral grounding for the fan at the top. Because y'all got to know you have to have a fan in the refrigerator.
And this is what I did most of my damn day. Yo, I sat my happy ass down today with my iPad and I filled out some damn invoices while I was waiting on the damn unit to come on down. Time management, which I am very, very poor at. But yo, with that being said, I'm going to wrap this show up. Comment on drop a comment on anything you'd like for me to focus on for you. There are more training classes coming up. If you go to Frymaster has a new update. Dejan Duke has a class. Oh, of course, my phone would die. Dejan Duke has online training that's coming up. I didn't put it out, but if you go to Learn the Trades YouTube channel, he's more likely he has mentioned it. Yeah, bro. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, man. When you're So technically, brother, how it's supposed to be done is just like this guy's doing here, where he's waiting on the unit to come to temp. So the two things that we really have an opportunity to actually work on invoices and order parts is when you're working on refrigeration and when you're working on ice. When you're working on ice machines, specifically Hoshizaki, when you have that long freeze time, because we really don't have that long of a freeze time on Isomatic. Manitowoc really isn't that long. But when you got that Hoshizaki and you're waiting on that sucker to make that first batch of ice, or even two batches of ice, you know, that is the time when we really have to get those invoices done. That is actually the best time. And if you don't have any invoices, that is time for van management. All right, that's what time you got to go ahead, take care of the van, going out there, do your inventory, straighten shit out, get rid of trash, all that other stuff, all discarded, you know, the wrappers from packages and boxes and the stuffing from inside of those units, all, you know, all the paperwork that came with the box and all that shit, every freaking thing. That's the time when we really should be doing that. Trials and tribulation. Yes. Well, you know what? All right. Even if you're not a one-man show, but the van still becomes atrocious because you're busy throwing stuff in there, running back and forth, you know, collecting stuff and putting stuff back in the van. And that's really the best time when you're waiting on stuff to come down and temp. Guys that smoke usually go outside and smoke, but that's really when you're supposed to go out there and clean up the van, get rid of all that paper, get rid of all the trash, all the old stuff, get all that shit out of there, get all that stuff cleaned up. Man, everything. That's when we're supposed to do it. You just got to be, you got to be mindful to just go ahead and do it. Got to be mindful to go ahead and do it. But yeah, being a one-man show, that's what most of us are, and the people that are looking, that are thinking about going out on their own, they're primarily going to be a one-man show, at least for the first couple of years. Okay. So when you're doing a compressor, bro, you're still going to have downtime. If you're doing a seal system job, you're going to have downtime, bro. There's no way around it. 4 calls each day. And see this, I want you guys to know this is a good example, right? He's saying no downtime. He's saying 4 calls each day with parts arriving, right? Damn, I wish I had some. With parts arriving, means you're gonna have all this shit. You're gonna have all this stuff. You're gonna have boxes. You're gonna have the paperwork that comes with it. And some refrigeration work this week. But yes, brother, as you are doing the refrigeration work, it becomes extremely easy to get bogged down. And because we are a one-man show, we're always pushing the time limit. We're trying to fit in more jobs than what we should, or trying to, like, especially the ones in the evening. Hey, we're throwing that stuff in the vehicle, and then we're running to go see the kids and all that other stuff. So yeah, you might have just thrown your shit in the truck, and like you have your toolboxes, but you don't exactly have everything in position where you normally have it. You haven't experienced that yet because you just got your rolling toolbox kit. It's gonna happen. It happens to everybody because you you have your toolbox set up for just general work, and then pretty soon you end up with multiple toolboxes, multiple sets, because you're gonna have, like, this is for commercial dishwashers. So I got like 3 boxes just set up with dishwashers. Yet and still, the commercial dishwashers use contactors. I have whole boxes just with contactors. So you're constantly switching stuff and reconfiguring things, and it becomes it can become a little much. Matter of fact, let me show you. So this is something I was explaining to you. So I have whole Milwaukee tool kits full of this. Like Myco gave me, Myco gave me these Myco dishwashers. So you have your whole sets with sockets. Then you have your special sockets, and we were talking about not impact. We were talking about hammer drills and stuff like that. I got whole kits that are just with oh shit, I got the $200 something rolling toolbox, and it's just with the install stuff. I got angle iron in there. I have, oh god, I got a whole bunch of stuff. But when you have all this stuff, what I'm trying to say is you have all this stuff and you're working with it, and then you got to get back. You got to put everything back in the truck and haul ass. You don't exactly have time to put things back the way that you originally had it planned, the way you originally had everything mocked out. And sometimes we have to go back to basics, and we have to reorganize. We have to multitask while we're waiting on this stuff to come down to temp. We don't have this opportunity with dishwashers. We don't have this opportunity with deep fryers. We do have this opportunity with ovens, but where we really had opportunity is with walk-ins and with refrigerators. That is your time to get your tool kits and tool bags together. Can't begin to tell you how many tool bags I have that are just a hot mess. I tried to organize this sucker, and it just kept getting all. It just kept getting. I got some of every pipe fittings in here, brother. Do yourself a favor, man. I know you think you're too busy. Don't be like me. The whole purpose of me doing this damn show is so you don't end up like me. Tell me why I have fan blades in a bag with plumbing supplies. Tell me why. Why do I have that? These two don't even, in no world do these two belong in the same bag. How they end up in the same bag was rushing trying to get to the next job, or usually rushing trying to get home, throwing shit in there and just trying to get home. I'm telling you, man. So, sorry. So my stuff, this whole show is to help you to get beyond where I am. Right? I am telling you what's out there, where the pitfalls are, so that you can be better than me. Hopefully, everybody that watches me that's trying to go out and do their own thing will eventually go out and have 10, 15 employees. If everyone that watched me goes out there and has 10, 15 employees each, that would be great, because That would be the impact that I would have on the industry. That would be the mark that I would leave behind. Because the goal is for you not to get bogged down in the stuff that I ended up getting bogged down in. Not to end up with all the baggage that I ended up with. Because once just like women end up with baggage, once that relationship baggage, once you end up with baggage, it's extremely difficult. It's extremely difficult to go beyond it. It is so, I mean, you ever dealt with a woman that had baggage? Bro, it's nearly impossible to deal with them. The evenings are for, no, brother, you're not listening to me. The evenings are for invoices after dinner. No, god damn it. No. Dad, see, look, this is L to the, please listen to me. If you have never listened to a word I've ever said before, listen to this. The evenings are not for invoices. You don't want to do your invoices after dinner, after taking a smoke break, bro. You want to try and fit your invoices in during the day. Even if you start and stop them, you want to try to fit them in during the day. If you at least fit one in a day, because technically, you're supposed to, this goes for all of you. Technically, we are supposed to do the invoices while we're doing the job. The time doing the invoices are actually supposed to be billed to the customer. You're not supposed to be doing them at home. Doing them at home leads to destroying your marriage. Doing them at home leads to destroying your relationship with your girlfriend. Doing them at home takes away from time with the kids. Doing it at home leads to less time for you. And you actually need that time. El Tida is just starting out in this. So in the beginning, you're all about the business. But doing it this way, this is the way I do it, doing this way, you never develop any other time to do anything else. Because you're just doing invoices. When do you ever get out of the trap? Because here's the trap. The trap is this. You do work, you go home, you eat. That's what I did. That's why I'm late. You go home, you cook, you try to spend time with the family, and then you do invoices. And this is where, like you said, 4 jobs. So what happens when you do 5 jobs? So now you have 5 invoices in the evening. What happened? You got 6 jobs. Now you got 6 invoices in the evening. Now your evening has stretched out even longer. Less time for you, less time for the kids, less time for your kids are only kids for a short amount of time. My daughter's going to high school and then college. I got 4 more years with her. 4 more years with her. So I used to take her on jobs with me. I used to take her to the park. I used to take her. I took her everywhere when she was little, when I could. But there is no way out. The only way out is to hire someone to completely take away the drama. But until you, once again, it's a nasty cycle. You got to do more invoices to get money to pay for the assistant, and it's just. So you end up finding that you get tired because you're now doing 5-6 jobs a day, and you got 5-6 invoices to do, bruh. It's nasty. It's nasty. Try to find a way to do at least start the invoices. Like Brother Charles, he he has the invoices made with the customer's information, their name, their address, their phone number, and then he plugs in everything else when he gets on site, like model and serial number, what he did, and then cost. But at least if the invoice is started and you've got address, you got phone number, you got customer's name, you got invoice number, you got all that stuff going, date. That takes a whole lot of weight off of you. And then all you gotta do is plug in like 2-3 things, that invoice is done. That's Brother Charles got it made with that. That is the smart way. Doing it where we got to do the whole damn invoice from scratch, that is a pain in the ass. That is a pain in the ass. Oh, yeah, like you said, El Tilda says new tool bag or boxes, just extra work. Now your garage is a mess like your truck. And brother, yes, it will be. It will be. Invoicing on client's time, yes. Max tax. Bomba clots, yes. You are supposed to do the invoice. Everything you do for the client is supposed to be done on the client's time. Corporate America is king with this. So, you have your very large companies. What the hell's my sound? You have your very large companies, and they actually have set aside for the technician. The technician does the invoice there on site. He does his part right there, inputs the hours and all that stuff. All that's done on site. What the hell's my other stuff? Huh. Oh, there it is. Finally, I hear it. I wasn't here. I'm sorry, I wasn't hearing it before, but I was looking for this.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah. So yeah, you're supposed to do everything right then and there. The drive time, your total hours at the job or total hours there, going to the parts house, coming back. All that's supposed to be done, finished up. The customer's actually supposed to sign the damn invoice. The customer's actually supposed to sign the invoice, sign your paperwork right then and there. So you're actually not. I do it at home too. You're actually not supposed to do that. I'll actually do invoices days and weeks later, and that's if it's a COD client. If it's corporate America that I'm doing the damn bill for, like True, I mean, it might be months. I still haven't done any invoices for Continental yet. I haven't done any invoices for Embera yet for the year. I haven't done any for Embera, Continental. I did Hoshizaki. I haven't done any for True. Yeah, I am. Oh man, I got so many to do. I have so many to do. Warranty calls are the exception. Get in and get out ASAP is the motto. That is not. You can't scale that. So that is a situation where, yeah, I do that. Doing that, you're doing something that you wouldn't have your employee do. Technically, we're supposed to be moving as if we're an employee of a company. It just so happens that we own the company. But we're supposed to be moving according to SOPs, standard operating procedures. And we're not doing that shit. We're not doing that. We're not doing it. That's I know we're supposed to be going from here to there, but like I said, we don't have our shit together. we don't have our shit together. And if you keep going that way, you're gonna be just like me. Decades gonna pass by, and you're still gonna be doing the same shit. Because I still do the same shit. Yeah, max tax is on net 30s. He's got, when you're dealing with manufacturers, when you're dealing with distributors, when you're dealing with corporate America, it's all net 30. It's all net 30. Like the Habco you guys saw me do, that's net 30. Embera for specs and Coca-Cola, that's net 30. When you see me do True, those are all net 30. Now, you say your SOP, your standard operating procedure, is get in and get out ASAP. Now that's wonderful, brother. That's wonderful. But
blood clot.
How the hell does that work?
Bumper clot.
How the hell do you make that work, brother? How the hell do you make that work? You say, I like the way you think. You are a genius. Lord have mercy. Yeah. Hey, well, because here's the thing. If you have an employee that's running and gunning, only way you're having an employee, that's why corporate America only had their technicians do 2 jobs a day. 4 hours each job, 8-hour workday. How are you having them? If only way you're going to have your employee on to the next one is if you're paying them per job. That is the only way you're going to get an employee to hustle. If you're paying them hourly wage, there's no hustling. They have no reason to hustle, not unless you're going to give them some kind of commission. So I do know some companies that they will do a commission if anything over $1,500 that they bring in for the day starts, they get commission on that amount of revenue that they bring in once they reach $1,500. That you get guys that will start to hustle. Ooh, oh man, Tariq Nasheed is gonna be hoarse, bro.
Bumper clot. Blood clot.
He gonna hyperventilate. Bro.
Bumper clot.
You gonna make the man ain't gonna be able to do no more shows because he ain't gonna be able to. He gonna have to have tea and shit with chamomile. He gonna have chamomile tea. You fix an ice maker in 45 minutes with new valves today. So the rule is, whenever a tech works on an ice machine, they're always supposed to stay for at least 2 batches. Some people say 3, and remember, we're billing the customer according to time. You will never have a never have a technician that's going to work for your business like you work for your business. So I believe that these are unrealistic expectations that you are having. In order to have a customer, in order to have a technician work like you work, there must be a carrot and a stick. All right, so you have to incentivize them, and not only do you have to incentivize them, but you actually have to have an employee that is able to be incentivized. You have some people, they don't want an incentive. Some people just want to. Hey, my old lady said I gotta get out the house. I can't be at the house all day. So I'm man. I'm gonna work with you, man. I'm working with you during the day, man. I've had that. I've had that. I have had that. Where the guy's like, look, man, I just, I just want, I work for you for a couple hours. That way I get out the house and the old lady get off my case. You're like, all right, man, come on in. Come on. Come on. It it is what it is, bro. Efficient troubleshooting. But you're assuming that whoever you hire is going to be an efficient troubleshooter. An efficient troubleshooter is very expensive. And so the thing you must ask yourself is, what the hell did this guy do that he's working for me that he can't work for the other company anymore? You have to remember that there is all kind of corporate espionage. There are, and I hate to sound all paranoid and shit like that. I hate to put on the tinfoil hat. You know what I'm saying? I hate to put on the tinfoil hat, but I'm gonna tell you, bruh, there are companies out there that are willing to pay their employees to go work for your ass just to see who your clientele is and to see what they can steal from you, what clientele they can steal from you. And they will pay that double agent. Yeah, I know it sounds all, you think that only Silicon Valley does that. Silicon Valley is not the only place that does that. CIA ain't the only place to do that. The appliance business does that as well, bro. The appliance business does that as well. I do pay per job, not a stingy dude. Yeah, but the problem this is the number one problem you got when you pay per job. Once again, you'll have a guy and, oh, you want to pay by job? Yeah, I pay by job. Bruh, they will work for you just to get a certain dollar amount. No bullshit. Some grown ass men will say, okay, I'm only gonna work for this dude. I can do 2 jobs. And I'll make $125, $150 with this guy. And then after they doing that, they're gonna be like, oh man, I gotta go pick up the kids. No, they're gonna go do their business, their own job, or go see their, you dig, they tell their wife they still working for your ass. Is Jerome still there working with you? No, I thought he went home for the day. Oh, hell no. And next, man, why you tell her that, man? I'm supposed to be with you all day. Hey, bro, you ain't tell me shit. I didn't know. I didn't know, bro. How the hell am I supposed to know? Yeah. So ice dropped in 12 minutes. It started running super efficient. Bruh. So an ice machine can make ice in 12 minutes. Isomatic can do it. Manitowoc can do it. What can also cause it to make ice in 12 minutes is, on some of those machines, is running low on water. So they fill with enough water to start the cycle, and water ends up leaking by. Hoshizaki is infamous for this. And water ends up leaking by. Manitowoc always has these damn stuck or corroded dump valves. And then it makes ice. 12 minutes. And then you go, and it goes to make a second batch. And guess what? That second batch is thin. Or Hoshizaki will do it. They'll make ice, not 12 minutes, but they'll make ice. And then they make ice really fast the second time. You're like, damn, that was 40 minutes. First one was 55. Second was 40. Hot dog. They're like, damn. If you stay for the third one, the third batch is going to be 32 minutes. And it's going to be shards falling from that some bitch. And you're going to be like, what the hell? You're going to look up underneath the bottom of that sucker and you're going to see water draining down. And it's because water is like running, hitting the back of the wall and running down into the bin. Or water is going through the check valve and going down the drain. Some of the flappers could be out or missing, and the water's hitting the flappers and going into the bin. All kind of issues. All kind of issues, bro. You always have to do your due diligence, but that's why manufacturers say wait for at least 2 or 3 cycles before you leave. Yeah, man. Yeah. They have double. Yeah, they have double agents, bro. They will. They have no problem. I find that it's companies with like 10 or 15 guys. They're the ones that can afford to do that, and they're the ones that would like to like maybe snuff out competition, even perceived competition. So they'll take one of their loyal guys and say, hey, man, you still going to be working for us. I'm going to pay you. Go get hired on with that company and let me know what they're doing. Are they somebody I should be worried about? Who are their clientele? If they have any good clientele, how much are they charging? You know, what kind of equipment are they using? What kind of brands are they servicing? That kind of stuff. And yes, they do that nationwide from sea to shining sea. So El Tilda says, I feel you, bro. Luckily, I have a homie with more experience than me working with me, not hiring contract workers or do it myself. Brother, I wish you the best. I had this old dude working for me once, and he used to tell me this all the time. He said, man, sometimes I just gotta bump my own head. And that was a joke that I had with a lot of people. So I understand you are one of them brothers that got to bump his own head. The very purpose of me doing this is so that you don't have to bump your own head, but go with God, my child. Irinos, Spiritos, Santanos, Patanus. Go with God, my child. Go with God. This one has a drain issue because the drain line has a backflow. Because it's hanging low, then has no pitch. It's always something, brother. It's always something. So Max X says, numbers game. Go through 6 to 7 texts to get one halfway worth anything. If you're lucky. Yeah. What? Yeah. Brother Frank says, all right, you said that you were working on Mike. That one I was working on Mike. Oh, that one that you were working on, it made ice in 16 minutes until you gassed it up. Yes. So yeah, it was, you were gassing it up and yeah, it was undercharged. So it will, with a Manitowoc, what happens is it makes ice only near the top. And so the ice is building up, but that's the only place it's making ice. It doesn't distribute the ice evenly. It builds up. The probe, because that was an old one that you were working on, and it had the water, the single water probe. And then once that water probe is, once that water probe doesn't touch the water, and then it cycled, it short cycles, it will make ice, and you end up with these little half slabs, and they don't really push the door open enough, and it's a whole mess. But yeah, so brother Frank is kind of traumatized by running into that Manitowoc. I see, because I know you guys are kind of indiscriminate. You don't care about model and serial number, age, or none of that stuff, and you guys are seeing a lot of these things for the first time. But to be honest with you, brother Frank, you don't really run into too many ice machines that are well, I don't anymore. I don't run into too many ice machines that are short on refrigerant. You're not gonna run. Most of you guys don't run into Scotsman. Scotsmen are designed to release gas. Manitowoc's used to have a refrigerant issue. And if you got a Hoshizaki with a refrigerant issue, bro, it's over with. It's over with. It's over with. That sucker is going to be a never-ending pain in your ass. Hold on 1 second. And all right now, you guys wait till the brother's done. Oh yeah, this is another one. You guys wait till the brother's done before you guys want to.
You gave me childhood, you took it away. You gave me youth, you took it away. You gave me a wife. It's been years now, I'm just reminding you.
Hell yeah. Bro, that's me making my prayers.
Dear God.
Yeah. Houston is the new Atlanta, bro. Yeah, the new Atlanta. Oh, God.
You talking but you don't grind, you used to chillin', nigga. Trust me, too legit to catch smoke from losing niggas, please. Please. We looking like
the algorithm knows me so well. I'll just put it like that.
Please. Don't put me in conversation with niggas that match fits and niggas that still dress like it's 2006. Tell me about the life I'm living.
Ain't nothing worse. Ain't nothing worse.
Train me like an animal.
Mm-hmm.
Take a walk, hallelujah.
Yo, Spirit. Hey. Ain't nothing sure.
I know why they call my wife my better half. She takes the better half of my snack. She hogs the better half of the bed. She spends the better half of my money. She gets her way the better half of the time. She's the reason we're late the better half of the time. I know why they call my wife my better half. She takes the better half of my snack. She hogs the better half of the bed. She spends the better half of my money. She gets her way the better half of the time. She's the reason we're late the better half of the time. I know why they call my wife my better half. She takes the better half of my snack. She hogs the better half of the bed. She spends the better half of my money. She gets her way the better half of the time. She's the reason we're late the better half of the time. I know why they call my wife my...
I can't think of a better thing to end this show on. I just wanted to leave you with these parting words. But I wish you guys the best out there. It's not all doom and gloom. This K-shaped economy is crazy. Yo, the L to the thank you very much for your contribution, brother. The brother said he had to bump his own head. He got to bump his own head. So, but it is not all doom and gloom out there. There are lots of opportunities. I mean, you could work with COD clients. I told you about all the different variations of customers out there. You don't ever have to service a restaurant. You don't ever have to serve a restaurant in this business. Bruh, Max Tax, man, stop playing with us, man. Stop playing with us. You know damn well. You know damn well. There's a saying that I got, and that's abolish marriage. You know what I'm saying? Bruh. Part of me being banned, part of me being shadow banned, Let me take this off the screen. Let me take this off the screen. Let me talk to you for a second. Part of YouTube beef with me is I guess I'm what you call black pill. At least that's what some people have said about me. They called me black pill. I've made some comments online in our spaces, friendly spaces, spaces of our own, and I made certain statements like my wife won't go on a cruise with me because I told her that she would experience an accident off the top deck late at night and she would never be found. And after that, she decided that she would never take a cruise with me. So I clicker clackered and put that in in a chat. And yeah, it kind of yeah, that kind of made the rounds. And yeah, that didn't go over too well. That one wasn't too well received by the ones that were spying on us. They kind of attributed that to CGA. CGA didn't say that. I said that, but they blamed him for it anyway. I say things like abolish marriage. So I mean, from a person that gives you these kind of things, yeah, I'm going to show you some stuff that's going to make you think once, twice, three times, a maybe that you would never, ever want to do it. But it's not something that's. I don't think it's going to be something that's going to be around when my daughter comes of age anyway. And if it did, I would grab the little young dude and tell his ass to run for his life, run like his life depended on it. It's going to be bad for me, but I would at least save another soul from the damnation. You know what I'm saying? I would save another soul. So I can at least do that. I can at least do that for humanity. I can save another soul because she's sleeping right up there, and whoever the hell, woof. Oh man, I'll be praying for him. Whoever the hell he may be, I'll be praying for him that he'll come to his senses and not fall and not be a dummy like that girl's daddy is. With that, I'm gonna holler at y'all. I'll be back on Mondays and Thursdays. Mondays and Thursdays. I was a little late tonight. My daughter is doing a play tomorrow, so I had to run around and do some stuff for her and get her shoes for this performance and all this other stuff. Yeah, they do have this little saying, something about actresses are crazy, right? Ain't that a thing? Something like that. But anyway, I'll let y'all on the next one. Later.
Bumbaclad. Lord have mercy. Bumbaclad. Blood clot.
Gentlemen, don't waste your time in the vain pursuit of this or that endeavor. To be high on hopes and illusions. To be high on hopes and illusions. To be high.
Be relentless. That's it. I'm done.
We are same, but different, but still same.
Let's talk about something important. Are they all here?
All but one.
Well, I'm going anyway. Let's talk about something. And I'm here on a mission of mercy. I got your attention now? Good.
Pay
B, C. A, always B, B, C, closing. Always be closing. Always be closing.
I haven't got time for this Mickey Mouse bullshit.
In case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.